Well, my name's Catherine Pugh. I'm a master's student at Penn State studying forest resources. My research project is focusing on the importance of ramps as a cultural and valuable item in Pennsylvania. So here's a ramp. This is one of the white ramp varieties. There's also a red ramp. Ramps are harvested during the very short season between March and May when the green leaves are out. We're really at the end of the season now. You could see the rest of the foliage is coming into the canopy. And ramps like to take advantage of that time before trees start to leaf out as a time to photosynthesize and form their bulbs. Later in the season, they'll start to dye back in yellow. You can see some of these ramps are doing that now. And when that happens, all of the nutrients that they gathered while in their photosynthetic phase, when they have their green leaves, then goes down into their bulbs to then be used as energy to form a flower stalk. So the flowers will emerge after the leaves have died back, and you'll see these little white puff balls of flowers under the forest canopy around June or July. And then later in August, a head of black seeds will emerge. Eventually they'll scatter into the forest floor to form more ramps. But it takes 5 to 7 years to go from a seed to a reproductive individual. So it's really important to think about sustainable harvesting when collecting ramps. Now, ramps have really become a popular food item. They're culturally important in places like West Virginia where they have ramp festivals and dinners. And here in Pennsylvania, we're really starting to see an increase in ramp popularity at trendy restaurants and urban areas. So harvesters will collect ramps in rural Pennsylvania and take them to big cities like Pittsburgh or Philadelphia to sell. With that popularity, we're really interested in understanding why people are interested in harvesting, to really get a grasp on what people know about harvesting and if they're thinking sustainably. Things are shifting a little for foragers. We're seeing a shift of this economically important crop to more of a culturally important crop where people are going out and foraging for the first time. Maybe that's because they're interested in food security and knowing what they can eat in their forest. Maybe it's because they have more time to spend in the forest, and maybe they just like to be in the woods with their family. I'm trying to find out what is driving that motivation to get out and collect. This year into next year, I'll be doing interviews and surveys to really understand what about ramps is important to people. Is it economic value? Is it cultural importance? And what's going on during this pandemic that gets people outside. So if you'd like to find out more about my research, you can follow my Facebook page, Wild Ramps and Leeks of Pennsylvania. You'll be able to find my contact information there or search the Shavers Creek website for my bio. So please feel free to reach out. Thanks.